Hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad that you joined us. So today we're doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good from Halloween, October 31st, until November 6th. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, Cancer, let's see. These cards are being a little finicky, I'll have to say. There we go. You know, with that October 31st, November 1st, the Halloween energy here, we have where the veil is very thin. We really have access, you know, to our ancestors, to some of, you know, being able to see on the other side of the veil a little bit. So we're going to see if that comes into play in this energy. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Really love that energy. And here and now. Yeah, so it's time to really almost like step into this energy of being super present, accepting whatever has happened in the past. It does not mean that whatever somebody has done that's been painful is, you know, you're not condoning it. It's really this sense of truly accepting what has happened in the past in order to be able to finish your healing process and moving forward. There's an energy here. I feel like your ancestors, your deceased loved ones are coming in to help you to really finally let go of some, you know, situation, relationship. You know, it could be even, you know, I like this because this is the number 31. This is the number 32. You know, a sense of progressing, of being able to allow yourself to move into the future. But the only way we can do that is for finally accepting, you know, what has happened, understanding where you are now, you know, that you can't change the past. All you can do is accept what has happened and then look forward to your future. So let's see what we have. Yeah, this is really lovely. Yeah, you have a new beginning. You know, for some of you, it is about finding some, you know, the professional assistance. Actually, I'm kind of getting this energy of allowing spirit, the divine, your deceased loved ones, ancestors to come in and even kind of help you with this, which is really interesting. You know, with this card, I usually think of this as lawyers or accountants or something like that. And you may be actually asking for some help with, you know, perhaps you've decided to move ahead on a divorce or a settlement of some sort. You know, there's this energy, you may be asking for help in the 3D, but I also feel like you're getting support from, you know, loved ones, perhaps on the other side, that are coming in to help you to understand what steps you need to perhaps take so that you can move on into your future. So let's see what this is about. For some of you, this is a relationship. I think for others of you, this is possibly, you know, in your financial sector. I'm getting a strong sense of that, of, you know, perhaps you're parting ways with a business partner. Perhaps you're deciding that you want to take a different approach to your finances. There's almost this sense of, okay, I want to, I'm not saying clean up your act. That's kind of what I'm hearing, but I don't think it's really that. I think you're having this conflict where, you know, you could be putting a lot of time and energy into your career and finances, trying to stay afloat. Okay, you see how this boat is kind of like churning in the water, right? You could be trying to stay afloat in your financial sector, and you're kind of like, okay, wait a minute, I'm putting too much time into trying to stay afloat. Where can I maybe cut back on my spending or change my lifestyle a little bit so that I can have more fun without feeling like I have to work all the time or worry about finances all the time? So yes, let's go to the tarot. We're going to take a look at your present energy, then your main obstacle at this time, and then we'll take a look at advice from spirit. Yeah. Okay, you're trying to manifest something. We have the moon energy. You know, I think the moon energy here is really interesting with the Halloween, right? Okay, Maggie has a toy. I'm going to take that away from her and be right back. Okay, so she can have her squeaky toys somewhere else. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to manifest something. You know, it's almost a sense of being able to see your life at this time with Halloween where the veil is thin, almost like you're recognizing, wait a minute, I've been chasing after the wrong thing. You could have been chasing after material things or relationships that I know, Cancer, this is not you, but I want to say the word that I'm hearing is flashy. Like you could have been seeking, okay, material things that are kind of a little bit more in tune with showing a lifestyle that is a little bit maybe what you would consider a little like flashy. And please don't take that the wrong way. I think you were really trying to create this beautiful, okay, and I think it came from a good point in your heart, a beautiful external world around yourself, and yet at the same time you're kind of recognizing that you created this beautiful environment perhaps, but it came with a lot of consequences in other areas of your life. So it's taking a step back and understanding, okay, this lifestyle that I created for myself is not allowing me to have, you know, the relationships that I really and truly want. Interesting because Virgo, I think it was Virgo, had somewhat of a similar reading for their November reading. So it's time to let go of trying to chase after something that really hasn't brought you, okay, the fun that you thought it would. You may have even thought that this lifestyle that you created for yourself would bring in all of this fun and joy. And now you're understanding, no, wait a minute, I want to go in a different direction. So I feel like this professional assistance may be, you could be even deciding to downsize your house or to sell some of your possessions that you thought were going to bring you a lot of joy. So the message I'm getting, Cancer, is that you could have gone into this route of trying to create this external environment because you did have some conflict in relationships, and it was kind of a way in order for you to kind of fill up this sense of having a loving environment. But what you're understanding is that the material things did not bring in this loving environment. What you really want is people in your environment. Okay, so really interesting, kind of specific message, so it may not relate with everyone, but there's this sense of coming out of perhaps the you know, the necessity to have this lifestyle for some reason. And understanding that you really deserve something that is more in alignment with your heart. You know, I feel like, you know, if you're kind of like resonating with this message, the thing that I think you're learning is, or the message I'm getting to give to you is not to feel kind of shameful or guilty that you went down this path, because I feel like you did it actually in order to try to protect yourself from the feelings of pain that you had in some other relationship in your life. Okay, so family, friend, romance. You went on this path, this journey, and it was an important part of your path. It's almost like you had to go down this path in order to recognize what is truly in alignment with who you are and who you want to be. So it's an interesting energy. Yeah, this has been a long path. Yeah, oh, look, see, you're seeking now the true 10 of Cups. You may have felt for some time that this situation was your true 10 of Cups, creating this lifestyle or this beautiful environment around you. But it's almost, I'm getting this sense that you could have created almost like, let's say it's a beautiful garden, right? And yet you have no one to share it with. It's that type of energy of understanding. I created this beautiful life for myself, but I have no one to share it with. And that's what you're looking for, okay? That it's been a long trek of not having some very close family members or friends in order to share it with. And it's kind of left you doubting yourself about, can I bring this in? What you're recognizing at this time, I feel, especially around where this veil is so thin, is that the thing that maybe has prevented you from having this type of energy of bringing in, attracting in people that love you for who you are, is that you may have been putting on a little bit of a false facade with this external environment that you've created for yourself. So it's kind of like recognizing that you put yourself in this own cage. What you may not have realized is that the material things that you brought into your life actually were barriers from the people that you really and truly love. Really interesting energy here, Cancer. And once again, I know this may not resonate with everybody, but if it does resonate for you, the message is really strong to allow you. This all occurred to help allow you to really step into the energy of what makes you really happy. And I feel moving forward, you kind of like have learned this lesson. It's kind of like a way that has helped you to really step onto to your real path, to what you are in alignment with, because what you're understanding here, this is your obstacle for this week, but once again, it's almost as if, I'm going to put it this way, I feel like you come into the week missing something and then leave the week feeling very optimistic about being able to bring this into your reality. Understanding that you're stepping from one phase of your life into a new phase. And I really feel like this happens like around Halloween for some reason. It's almost like you could have gone on this path because you were something happened in the past, right? With perhaps people that you really and truly loved. Something happened. And so it was a painful experience. You could have had falling out with family members or a romantic partner. You could have had friends that suddenly shifted out of your life. Understanding that that was all part of your path so that you could become better in tune with what it is that you truly want in your life. Sometimes we have to experience things before we can recognize it's not what we really want. Okay, so you could have wanted perhaps this really beautiful, luxurious, environment. Once again, they keep showing me like a beautiful garden or, just, I don't know, whatever it is that you were dreaming for yourself in the material world. You could have had to step into that world, even if it was for a very short time, step into that world in order to realize that's not what I want. It's kind of like, I remember, I was looking for this special dress for a special event, and I really had in my mind a style of dress and a color that I really wanted. And I found something really similar. I shopped and shopped and shopped, and I finally found something really similar in a dress shop or something. And when I tried it on, I was so excited. I was like, this is it. I don't even have to try it on. This is my dress, right? And then I tried it on and I was like, that does not at all meet what I thought it was. I didn't have near the feeling for that dress at all that I thought I would, right? It was kind of like not until I tried the dress on did I realize that's not the dress for me. And I feel like that's kind of what has happened here. You may have stepped into a world that you thought you really and truly wanted, only to realize, no, this is not what I want. And that's okay. I think the main message here is that Spirit's letting you know, Cancer, it's okay. You tried this on. It's like me trying on the dress. You tried this on. You're not fitting into it. You're not enjoying it. It's not bringing you the joy that you really wanted. It's almost as if you feel like you're almost about to capsize, right? Whether it's because it's a financial burden or an emotional drain or whatever, it's kind of like, yeah, it's okay. You get to choose again. You can, choose as many times as you want to until you find what it is that you truly want. And I think with the Three of Wands here, you have the star energy underneath, the Wheel of Fortune, going into this sense of truly healing yourself. When you say to yourself, okay, I brought something into my life that I thought I really wanted. Now I realize it's not what I want. So I want to choose again, understanding I can manifest anything that I want. Part of this journey is recognizing you can manifest what you want. You tried on the dress, you didn't like it. And so now it's kind of like, okay, I want to choose again. So let's take a look here at your obstacle. Yeah, you want to bring more back. Oh my gosh. And the Ten of Cups again. You are on the path to what you truly, truly want. Because look, this week, it's about allowing yourself, giving yourself enough compassion to not regret, okay, or not to feel guilty or shameful for a choice that you made that you now realize is not on your path. It's okay. It's like, the divine is just saying, it's okay, Cancer. You can choose again. You can choose as many times as you want to until you find the balance that you really want in your life. It's not that I feel like you're going to completely give up this lifestyle, okay? I think you're going to give up parts of it, right? To find this balance, making more time and space in your life so that you can bring back some relationships, whether these are relationships with people you want to reconnect with, or you're wanting new relationships in your life, right? And it's understanding, yes, that you can bring people back together and you can work through relationships. I just feel like you just went on this journey for a little while. It's not working out. And so you're kind of like, okay, I'm choosing again. Yeah, because here's the thing. What you're recognizing, this is your advice, recognizing that without people in your life to celebrate with, right? You're losing emotional connections, that emotional drain on your life. It could be too, you could find yourself in a group of people that are kind of in an energy of spending a lot of money or something like that. You're understanding that this is not only just emotionally draining, but it is also financially draining, and that you're kind of like, wait a minute, there's something else that I want. This isn't really my Ten of Cups. There's something else that I really and truly am looking forward to having in my life. So let's see what we have here. I really love this energy because Cancer, I think you're coming into a more balanced energy, of understanding some of the joy. I feel like there are some things from this past cycle that you are going to want to keep, material things. You're like, yes, that brings me joy, but all of this over here doesn't bring me joy. So if I remove some of this, right, then I'll have more time and more energy for people that do bring me joy in my life. Yeah, okay, yes. All right. Okay, these three are popping out. Yeah. Okay. So what we have here is Temperance, a sense of bringing balance back into your life. And we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. There's an energy here of reassessing your life and understanding that you could have sabotaged your own happiness by thinking that you wanted one thing. And then even when you realized this isn't working out for me, you may have stuck with it a little bit longer, okay, than maybe you really wanted to. Like you may have, okay, so when I tried on the dress, right, Yeah, okay. I totally understand this energy. Okay, so going back to that dress that I thought I was going to really want, right? I tried on the dress and it was kind of like I immediately knew this is not the dress for me. But I had convinced myself in my head that this was the dress that I should get, right? So, I kind of like, well, I wonder if I could alter it. I wonder if I did this or I did that, or if I added the jewelry or the shoes or whatever. And then I had some, girlfriends with me and they were kind of like, no, that's not the dress. But I was kind of like, oh, well, but maybe. And I'm trying to convince them into convincing me that this is the dress, right? I think you may have put some time and energy into trying to convince yourself that this was the lifestyle that you really wanted, right? Because I feel like you put so much time and energy into creating this lifestyle that it was kind of like, okay, I don't want to give up on it right away, right? It didn't bring you the satisfaction, the fulfillment that you thought it was going to, kind of like when I put on that dress. But then in the end, okay, when I'm standing there, I'm kind of like, if I have to do all of this to the dress, maybe I bedazzle this or buy this jewelry or these shoes or this handbag or, whatever. Once I realize, why am I trying to get this dress to work? Well, the reason is because in my head, I was like convinced, I had dreamt this dress up. This was the dress for me. It was just wrong. And I think that that's what you're coming into. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, I've just really have been putting so much time and energy into actually keeping this in my life even longer than I really wanted to. But the reason is because I was kind of like convinced this is what I was meant to have. And it's understanding, having patience with yourself, understanding that this is all part of the journey. You're stepping into an energy of forgiving yourself, perhaps forgiving, you may have had a friend or a loved one that told you, no, Cancer, this is really where you need to be. And in the back of your mind, right, you're kind of like, no, it really isn't. But it's kind of giving yourself and anybody else involved in this situation a little bit of leeway of understanding, okay, this isn't terrible. I don't think this life you created for yourself is terrible. It's just not fulfilling. And now you're recognizing, okay, there's more to life than bringing in this lifestyle or this world that I thought, okay, was going to be my life. Now you're recognizing, okay, I want more love in my life. What I'm understanding is that I want deeper connections. I want people that are there for me through thick and thin, right? And you could have attracted in some friends that were just kind of like, fair weather friends or something as you went through this cycle. Now you're recognizing, wait a minute, I want those people that are there for me through thick and thin. And I really and truly, it's such a loving energy that I have in my heart chakra. I think that, you are really stepping into this energy of truly making a choice that is really in more alignment with who you are and who you want to be. I really love this. All right, so let's check out your soul truth card. And Cancer, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Where can I ask for more help in my life? And I love this. They're highlighting this card. Perhaps it is about talking to some professionals, financial advisors, realtors, whatever, about how can I shift my life out of perhaps spending so much time and energy, either in your job or in just trying to create this world and keep this lifestyle. It's interesting. This is the groundhog spirit, but I feel like a lot of you feel like you're on a hamster, on a hamster wheel, and you're just spinning your wheels, trying to keep this life, afloat. And it's about reassessing. It's just about reassessing at this time. Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. when we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly and unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Brene Brown. Okay, so I really feel like you're coming into this sense of that this whole voyage has actually pulled you away from the people in your life that truly love you, or blocking new people that truly love you for who you are to come in, right? So you're understanding that by creating this world that you've created around yourself, it's almost understanding, right, that our thoughts, our words create our own reality. And now what you're understanding is that you want more love. I mean, it's true. You're understanding the value of connections in your life. How much more they mean to you than perhaps some of the other things that you've attracted into your life. Well, I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. I do wish you so much love and light. This is actually, you may be struggling at this time with these energies, but